What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to be talking about my Mark 7 GTI, and I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why you should still buy a Mark 7 GTI in 2022. The Mark 7 GTI came out in 2015, so it's been 7 years since this model of Volkswagen came out, and to be honest, these cars to this day are still amazing. They still perform really well. They still look very modern and very good. So honestly, buying one of these nowadays, especially if you're looking for your first car or something to just have a little bit of fun with, it is definitely an option that you should consider. So I'm gonna be giving you guys 5 different reasons why you should buy a Mark 7 GTI. All right, guys, so we're gonna start in the back of the car because I think it is one of the most important things, and I'm gonna open up my hatch. It is super messy, so do not mind. But one of the first things, it's going to be the practicality of the Mark 7 GTI. It is a hatch. As you can see, I have so much different things in here. It's a mess, by the way, but I've been able to fit a jack. I have some garbage. I have a bike rack. I have some tools. I have a bunch of different things that fit in this car super easily. The hatch isn't massive, so you guys know, maybe this is a better perspective, but it still fits a lot. Remember, in a hatch, you could stack things up as high as you want. You could put down the back seats, which gives you so much more room. This car is super practical. It gives you a lot of different options of space. And let's say I want to put down my back seat. Let me brighten that up a little bit. You guys can see that it'll be a lot easier to fit a bunch of stuff once all of this is down. So this is a great option for practicality if you need to move a lot of stuff. And inside of the car as well, there is a lot of headroom because it's a hatch, the way the body lines and the roof lines of the car go. A taller person can easily fit in here over, let's say, my Audi S3 or something along those lines. So the first reason why you should buy a Mark 7 GTI is because the car is super practical. So reason number 2, guys, is probably going to be one of the most important things that most of you are going to be looking for when buying a car, and that's going to be affordability. The Mark 7 GTI, even nowadays with the crazy car market, is still a pretty affordable car. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I got a crazy good deal on my Mark 7. So if you don't know, and this is one of the first videos that you guys are watching, this is a 2016 Mark 7 GTI. I bought it with 63,000 miles, and I paid about $16,000 for this car, which, to be honest, in my opinion, with the way the market is today, it is not a bad deal at all. The car has had 0 issues. I've been driving it for 3 months with no problems. I've already put almost 4,000 miles on the car in 3 months. So I've driven it hard. I've had a good time with the car daily and every single day, no matter the weather, and the car's held up without any issues whatsoever. So if you guys are looking for an affordable car, you got a hot hatch, you got a nice performance car that could do a lot of different things. It's very versatile, and again, it costs very well if you are looking for something that's more affordable. If you're a teenager looking for your first car, or even you're an adult and you're looking for something that is more fun, but you're still looking to not spend that much money, this might be a good option for you. I've seen a lot of them go, the 15s and 16s, even the 17s with under 70K miles, going for like high teens to very low 20s, which I still think is a good option. If you're looking for like a 7.5 or a very low mileage 7, you might be looking in the mid to high 20s. But honestly, these cars are pretty reliable. I really wouldn't worry if you see one that has higher mileage, 60, 70, even 80,000 miles. As long as it's been maintained properly, you shouldn't have an issue, and you'll probably be paying a very good price. So like I said, I paid about $16,000 for this car with 63,000 miles, and it's been awesome. It's in great shape. It's pretty clean for what it is, and honestly, I love it a lot. Reason number 3, the car is actually pretty economical. And in that sense, I'm talking about fuel mileage. I'm actually surprised how well a fuel mileage this car actually gets, especially compared to my S3, because my S3, I don't know what it is. Even when I bought it a couple of years ago and it wasn't tuned, this was pre-tuned, I couldn't get the car to get more than like 240, 250 miles, even when I was driving it like in drive, not getting into boost, not doing anything, and I just couldn't get the car to get good fuel mileage. I don't know what it is about that car. Other people say that they've gotten really good fuel mileage with their S3s. I can't get it with mine. I don't know if it's a turbo thing. I don't know what the case is, but just to put things into perspective, the car has roof racks and a roof box, and I'm still able to get 340 to 350 miles per tank, which I think is ridiculous, by the way. I don't know what is the difference between this car and my S3. being that the aerodynamics are even messed up in this car with my roof box and my racks. So it kind of makes no sense to me. I'm assuming if I took them off, I could probably get 370 to 380 miles on a tank, which is ridiculous. And even if I put my foot into it, I've done tanks where I've gone really, really hard, building boost everywhere, putting my foot down, just having a good time, and I still get 320, 330 miles on a tank. So honestly, if you're looking for a car that's fun and is pretty good on fuel, this might be the option for you. Number 4 in my case is gonna be something that's gonna be subjective to, depending on the person that's gonna be buying this car. But I like to mention this with a lot of the cars that I purchase because I do use them for dual purposes, for practicality as much as I can and to have fun. And these cars have just a huge, huge aftermarket support when it comes to modifications. And I like to really vouch for the MQB platform because these cars can make a lot of power with very little mods. Many people on these Mark 7 GTIs, just with a stage 1 93 flash from whatever tuner you decide to go with, you can make over 300 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque to the wheels. And it's kind of crazy that just a flash will get you up into that stratosphere. And then these engines are very, very strong. A lot of people do hybrid setups on them on a stock block with no issues, no blowing up. People do 20, 30,000 miles with 0 issues. So these cars have a huge aftermarket support. You could make easy power. There's a lot of modifications from intakes to exhaust to suspension, aesthetic stuff. People and different companies have been making so many products for these cars for years. So this car's been out, like I said, for 7 years now, and people have really refined when it comes to tuning and when it comes to making parts for these cars. There's a lot of quality things out there. There's a lot of budget options out there for you guys. So if you're into modifying cars, this is an easy platform to get into that'll get you into that realm. If you're new to the modifying scene, to the car scene, this car is very easy to just do a couple of mods, put a flash on it, and go and have fun, and the car's gonna rip, and it's gonna be fun. It's still gonna be reliable. Honestly, this car is amazing when it comes to performance parts and aspects of performance overall. So number 4 is gonna be the aftermarket support. The performance and aftermarket parts that you can get for this car are abundant, and they're awesome if you go that route with these cars. And last but not least, I'm gonna walk around the car for this, but in my opinion, this is a great looking car still. Even 7 years after they came out, they still look super modern. Mind you, I have a base model. I have the S model, so I don't have the top of the line features. I don't have all the top of the line tech stuff, but honestly guys, the car overall just looks amazing. The body lines are great. It's still a hot hatch. Again, it's practical. These cars are amazing. I think the looks are huge when it comes to the Mark 7 GTI, and I'm just gonna walk around the entire car because in my opinion, these cars still look amazing. I absolutely love the way they look, especially when people modify them, you lower them, you put wheels on them. They just look amazing. The side profile of the car looks great. So honestly guys, if you want a good looking car for a very affordable price, this is the car that I highly recommend. And again, there are other trim packages that you could get. You could get the S like I have. You could get the SE, there's the Autobahn, there's a bunch of different things. I didn't need anything fancy because this was gonna be my daily. So like I said, I have the S, but again guys, it looks amazing. I do plan on changing some stuff on the outside just to make it look a little bit better, but it still is a great looking car. So the 5th and final reason why you should buy a Mark 7 GTI is because even 7 years later from when they came out, they still are a great looking car. Anyways, guys, that's gonna conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, and like I've preached before, I recommend this car to any one of you guys that are looking for something that's gonna be affordable and that looks good. These cars are just so multi-purpose, from the practicality of it being a hot hatch to the easy performance parts and mods that you can put on these cars so that they perform to the best of the abilities. You're gonna sneak up on a lot of V8s, which is awesome with these cars, depending which ones you're racing with. You gotta be careful with those Mustangs and stuff like that because they are really, really quick. But maybe some of those, you know, Challengers or whatever, you know, it's pretty easy to take them down. But anyways, these cars are awesome. I love the way these cars perform. I love the way these cars look. They are super affordable. Again, guys, that's one of the most important things, is just how affordable these cars are, especially today, especially if they have, you know, mid, 50, 60, 70,000 miles. If they've been maintained properly, you can find them under $20,000 all day from the dealers, from private party. You can find these cars for such a great deal. And then you go online and you want to modify it, you look up all the aftermarket support. It's crazy how much money, guys, like you could put into these cars and how much you'll get out of it. You don't even have to put that much money into these cars and you'll get a lot out of them. So if you're looking to buy one of these, go for it. They're awesome cars. They're awesome cars. I've been dealing with Volkswagen and Audi for more than 10 years now. And honestly, this is arguably one of my favorite cars that I've owned because of how just amazing it's been for the past 3 months. And it's only been 3 months and I've fallen in love with this car so easily. There's nothing even done to the car. I just have my catback exhaust, I have the inlet pipe, and I have the intake. That is all I have. I haven't even tuned this car yet. And yes, this car's gonna be tuned soon. And yes, I'm probably gonna have to replace the clutch. And that sucks. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it because this car is going to rip. So I have a lot of plans for this car. If you're looking to buy a Mark 7 GTI, go for it, pull the trigger. Let me know how it goes if you buy one. Let me know what's done to yours in the comment section down below. Once you do purchase it, when you're modifying it, let me know, guys. But please like, comment, and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.